The zombies of Star Wars. Believe it or not, both the official and Legends versions of Star Wars have seen the appearances of zombies. From Sith-created zombified horrors of the galaxy to the terrifying creations that fought during the Mandalorian Wars, it seems that every age within Star Wars was left touched by the zombie plague. So we'll be starting out with what is canon within the Star Wars universe. That is, what is considered official by Disney and Lucasfilm and could likely end up in future movies, TV series, and comics and games. Then we'll be moving our way to our Legend zombies, which are classified as part of the old Star Wars expanded universe, and while not considered official by Disney and would likely not end up in new movies or TV series, their stories must be told. It's up to Disney if we will see the likes of these horrible creations return, so only time will tell. Let us begin with what is dubbed as the Army of the Dead. The Night Sisters were an all-female clan of magic wielders located on the planet of Dothmir. This planet was known for its dark energies, which gave way to sinister magic that dark side users could embrace and use. For the most part, the clan minded their own business, hesitant to venture out into open space to meet other species. It wasn't until Mother Talzin decided to join forces with Darth Sidious that things went wrong. After being horribly betrayed by Sidious, her son Darth Maul joined him in his endeavor to rule the galaxy. She soon harbored deep regrets about working with the Sith at all. Things turned from bad to worse when Grievous decided to assault their homeworld of Dothmir. To combat his efforts, Old Daka summoned the Army of the Dead, also known as the Night Sister Zombies. Their only purpose was to defeat the invading forces during the invasion of Dothmir. Unfortunately, the plan did not save the Night Sisters, as Grievous managed to overtake the clan, later locating Old Daka, the controller of the zombies, in a hidden cave. And finally, Grievous murdered her there and defeated the remaining Night Sister zombies. But the Night Sister zombies were not the only canon version of Star Wars zombies. It was on Geonosis that our Jedi heroes Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Luminara would encounter a grave threat of undead creatures. It had only been rumored that the Geonosians had a queen of their own, but there was no solid proof of this at the time. As Obi-Wan and company began a search for Separatist leader Poggle the Lesser, a storm rolled in, enveloping the area in dust and confusion. After finding a temple and a maze-like environment within, Obi-Wan and the team of Jedi were confronted by undead Geonosians who were immune to pain and death itself. Now, these undead Geonosians were actually mind-controlled by the Hive's queen, known as Karina the Great. After discovering this, Obi-Wan desired to know more about the new enemy, wanting to study the worm-like creatures that infested their hosts, giving over their minds to the queen. Unfortunately, Anakin squashed one of the specimens, and after a close call, the group, along with the clone commanders, barely escaped, bearing behind them the crazed Geonosian zombies and queen in the temple's debris. To think that if Obi-Wan would have managed to capture one of these worms, it could have been used as a weapon by the Sith in the future. Besides, the Republic did become the Empire later on, and mind-controlled worms such as these Geonosian brain worms would make a great army for the Sith. It's almost best that Anakin squashed the specimen that Obi-Wan sought to study. Later on, we saw zombies in the form of what was dubbed the Sickness. Project Blackwing was an infectious viral agent created by the Galactic Empire. Ironically, the project was born out of the desire to achieve immortality, but the virus instead killed its host, resulting in cannibalistic, brutal zombies. These zombies moved quite slowly though, overtaken by the effects of the virus, but unfortunately, while cumbersome, these new creations could take more physical punishment than ever before due to an increase in resilience. Not only this, but the virus was able to communicate within itself and allowed communications between hosts. Zombies could then learn from past experiences and gain knowledge about weapons and how to even operate ships. And between the Battle of Yavin and Hoth, stormtroopers stationed at a research facility were infected by the Blackwing virus and thus transformed into the infamous Death Troopers. There was a horrible outbreak that followed this, threatening the galaxy itself. While some believe the virus was clearly destroyed, it is uncertain if extremist factions managed to get their hands on the remnant of the virus. But that is not where the tale of Star Wars Zombies ends. In fact, the story of Star Wars Zombies continues into Legends. In the shadows of the Sith tomb world Korban, the Sith king named Dothka Grouch created Korban Zombies, born from his horrifying experiments. Korban Zombies were unique in the way that they could create more by biting into their victims and infecting them. Korban Zombies served as guardians to Sith tombs in the region, fending off Jedi and anyone who dared to try to learn the ancient secrets of the Sith. Obi-Wan and Anakin both encountered these zombies as their pursuit of criminal Granta Omega led them into uncharted territory, but they managed to survive. But it wasn't just the Jedi and Sith that saw their fair share of zombies though. The Mandalorians contended with what was called the Ragul Plague, which was a disease designed by the ancient Sith Lord Karness Mur, who sought a means to escape death itself and rule over the galaxy. It was with the Mur Talisman, an item holding immense Sith magic, that Mur was able to take control of once lively creatures and turn them into mindless, helpless mutants submissive to his will. But it was only when Mur discovered he could not bend Force-sensitive creatures to his will that Mur decided to craft the Ragul Plague. It was an intense virus that could spread only if a Ragul would scratch or bite another creature. This allowed the plague to spread rapidly throughout the Mandalorian Wars, infecting countless Mandalorians in the process. In fact, over 1 million Mandalorians fell victim to the plague. It was only until the Jedi Cade Skywalker destroyed the Mur Talisman did the plague finally come to an end. So as you can see, Star Wars has been riddled with the tales of zombies. Between Legends and the canon versions of zombies, will we ever see zombies appear on the big screen, video games, TV series, or elsewhere? That is the question. Will Disney take the chance and use any of the past material as canon? Now, we've already seen one canon version of zombies after the Disney acquisition of Star Wars, and that was in the form of Death Troopers in the game Star Wars Commander. It seems that there is hope for some sort of zombies that could appear in the future of Star Wars movies, comics, games, or TV series, especially in the form of the Blackwing Plague, making it a very plausible option. So you could be seeing canon Death Troopers soon enough. Thankfully, Disney has recognized brainworms as well and the Night Sisters magic as canon too. And the Clone Wars TV series did a superb job with some of the creepier episodes, giving Star Wars fans a darker take into the universe than we are used to. Now, I think it would be fantastic to see the side explored a bit more on occasion, besides being able to witness a group of Imperial stormtroopers or even clone commanders survive an outbreak in an abandoned outpost or derelict Star Destroyer or space station would be quite thrilling. So there you guys have it. What do you make of zombies in Star Wars? And yes, there is going to be an Easter egg in this video. It's going to be R2-D2 hidden somewhere in the video. See if you can find and seek him out, and if you do, post a comment down below of your findings. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and be sure to share it with your friends out on Facebook and Twitter and elsewhere around the web. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Star Wars videos right here on Star Wars HQ, and I will see you later, and may the Force be with you always.